Hey, it's Camo with the Nashville Access Facebook show. It's Wednesday evening, and that means because it's our primetime show, we get all the cool guests. Joining me today, Olivia Ooms.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Now, you just got in from California.
I did,
the other
indeed,
day.
yep. Just out here doing some performances and hanging out.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
And you were saying, because I said you're still kind of on Pacific time, but that doesn't bother you because you're touring a lot.
Yeah, I come back and forth here a lot, but I do so much at home with performances, and I still go to public school, so it's a lot. But keeping busy is good.
Yeah, because you're 16.
Yeah, 16.
16. How is that? Being that age and being as busy as you are as an artist.
Well, I think it's important because I've learned early in life how to deal with a busy schedule and be motivated and put myself out there. But at the same time, it's important to find a balance between still making sure you're staying a kid and having that time to just hang out with your friends and do silly stuff that teenagers do, and also balance pursuing a music career in Nashville. So
are you an overachiever? You gotta be really.
Yeah. I definitely would say I am. I'm a perfectionist, definitely.
Which is good in both education.
Yeah, but it's weird because I'm kind of like a lazy perfectionist. So there's definitely certain times where like my mom will ask me to do something and I'll put it off till the very I'm procrastinator. I'll push it off to the end. But then when I do it, I'll make sure it's perfect, even if it's in a short amount of time that I do it. So I'm like, it's a weird.
No, I understand
duo
because
personality
I'm
traits.
kind of the same way.
Yeah.
I can be very perfectionist about what I'm doing, but my desk is a complete mess.
Yeah.
So you're playing a lot in California.
Yeah.
Right? What are some of the bigger gigs that you've been doing?
I perform at a rooftop bar in Anaheim, which it's a really cool gig. The owners there, we performed there once with my band Highway 39, and they loved us, so they've asked us back a few times now, and that's a really cool gig. It's like a restaurant kind of hotel, and from the top of it you can see the Ferris wheel from Disneyland, so that's really fun to play at. And I play just all around. I have a residency gig at a restaurant called Mama's on 39, and I play there almost every Sunday, doing that at a 3-hour acoustic set, so that's a really fun gig that I like to do. And I also do different festivals. I performed at Coastal Country Jam for Lady Antebellum and Old Dominion, and at Ship Kickers a few years ago, so just everything that I can do.
How is it being a support for people like Lady Antebellum?
It's really amazing because obviously I listen to their stuff and I have grown up listening to all of their stuff, so it's really amazing just being in the same venue as those big artists and seeing your name underneath their big names.
Any of them ever come up to you and say, "Hey, great job"? Offer any advice or anything?
Not Lady Antebellum or Old Dominion. I actually didn't get a chance to meet them, but Tanya Tucker did.
Well, that's a big
yeah, definitely. I performed with her in Kentucky. So not one of my California shows, but a few months ago I was out in Kentucky and I opened up for her, and I met her backstage. She was like, "Oh, you were great." She was super sweet, and then she actually invited me on stage to sing with her.
Nice.
And so I sang. Nobody knew it, and she just all of a sudden for her last one, Built It On, she invited me on stage. She was like, "I'm gonna bring up Olivia Ooms from backstage," and I had no idea. I was not ready at all, but I pulled through and just did what I had to do, and it was really crazy. So
she broke down a lot of doors for women in country,
especially young women in country.
When Shania Twain came along, she broke down a lot of doors, but it was Tanya way before her, and Loretta before her that did it. And it seems like every generation has this one that knocks down the walls and go further.
Exactly.
But especially, like you said, for younger artists, because I had a crush on Tanya, because she's just a year older than me. So at that age, you always think you stand a chance, right?
Yeah.
But it's so cool when you impress people with your artistry and then they find out your age.
Yeah.
Does that surprise a lot of people for you?
Oh, absolutely. After I'm done performing, a lot of people will come up to me and they'll be like, "How old are you?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm 16. And they'll say, "Really? I thought you were 18 or 19. I've gotten 25 one time, and that's a little far out, I think, for me. But I was like, okay, I mean, that's kind of interesting to see, like, how much older people think I am.
Nice. So, tell people what kind of style of stuff that you're doing. Are you more pop country, or are you kind of a borderline tradition?
Yeah, I definitely would say I'm more borderline traditional. I do like the poppy side of country, but instrumentation wise, I like to stay rooted in like the classic country with like fiddle and banjo and like the real instruments rather than more like electronic style country. I guess I'm definitely more rooted in like the Pistol Annies or Runaway June. Like they're very pop but still like rooted in old country.
Nice.
Yeah.
You want to give people a sample of what you're doing, and we'll talk a little bit more?
Yeah. I'm out here doing some performances as well as writing some new music, which I'm really excited about. But this is some stuff that I recorded out here a little over a year ago. So it's been a while, but this one is called Finally Me. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this one. My hand will turn Thank you.
So effortless.
Thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
It seems like it's so effortless.
Yeah.
You're watching the Nashville Access Facebook show with Camo and my guest, Olivia Ooms. Tell us about some of the dates you got going here in Nashville while you're in town.
I just performed yesterday at Boot Barn on Broadway. That was really awesome.
Tourists aplenty.
Definitely. There's so many people coming in and out. And tomorrow night I'll be performing at Alley Taps and from 7 to 9. So, and that's pretty much the extent of my performances for this visit. But I am going to be back at CMA Fest. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Have you played CMA Fest before?
Yes, my first time was coming and playing was last year. So
nice.
It was crazy. I had no idea what to expect. I really just went in not knowing what was going to happen, and I had some autograph signings and some different performances on different stages, and it was a really cool experience. So excited to do that again.
Yeah. Are you going to be kind of like the veteran now? Because you've done it before, and so all the first time.
I don't know about veteran, but definitely experienced, more so than just coming in without any idea what was going on.
Do you know what stage you're going to be on this year?
I don't.
Okay. People can follow your
Yeah,
social
you
media
guys will be able to find out on all my social media. I'll definitely be promoting it and posting about it.
Was it exciting last year when you got asked to do it?
Yeah, I was very excited, and it was kind of off the cuff because I had just a few months prior to CMA Fest, I had joined with Adkins Publicity and the publicity agency, and they were really the first part of my team in Nashville that I had, and so they were like, well, it might be too late, but we're going to try to see if we can find some stages for you at CMA Fest, because it was kind of on that cuff where we could still find some places, and we worked and we did it, and we found some stuff, so it wasn't like I wasn't going and expecting to be playing at CMA Fest, but the fact that I was able to was really awesome, so it was cool.
Did you meet a lot of people and turn a lot of them into fans?
Yes, definitely, and I was really surprised, actually. Quite a few people came up to me at a signing that I was doing, and they were like, oh, yeah, I found your music through this Spotify playlist, and, like, I've been listening to you for so long, and, like, I'm from Alabama, or something, like, just different places that I've, from all across the country and stuff that I would have never have thought, so it was really cool.
Is that your priority, getting onto the playlist?
I wouldn't say priority is the correct word, but just reaching as many fans as I possibly can. Getting people who don't know my name to hear my music, and just to expose them to who I am as an artist and my music and stuff.
What's your favorite part of being an artist? Do you like being on stage better than being in the studio, or do you like the studio better?
I don't know if I could pick one or the other because they're completely different. I love the thrill of being on stage, because especially when the lights are hitting you, and like it's crazy because you can't see anything, but there's people like out there, and so that's a crazy experience. Also, when I'm performing on stage and there's no lights and you can see everybody right in front of you, and there's only a little bit of barrier of if I'm on a stage, then there's like the stage that's a barrier. But sometimes I'll do street performances where there's nothing. It's just like me and a person, and I'm just singing to them. So it's a really cool experience, live performing, and like getting to meet people after I'm done who have never heard my music before, and they'll be like, oh, I'm such big fans, like I'll follow you because they saw me live. So I definitely love the experience of live performing and meeting people and just expressing who I am.
Have you found that performing on stage is a really almost a natural thing for you then?
Definitely. I've been doing it for so long that it just comes to me naturally. Even if I'm having a bad day, and I'll go on stage and I'll just like do what I'm doing, and it like takes those bad vibes out of me. Especially when I'm playing with my band, they're all my best friends, and they're so talented, and so we have so much fun when we're on stage, and it really helps me bring my energy up. So
it's funny because some artists always say they prefer the studio because it's nurturing. It's
oh, definitely.
You don't have to be afraid of anything in there.
Yeah.
It's just go in and you do your stuff, and it's a small place, and
I definitely understand where they're coming from, because it's fun and you can create and you can be in there forever and ever and just spit ideas out and try new things. But I feel like performing live gives such a different vibe, because you do it once and that's all you got. You can't go back and record something. It's like you got one shot and you got to make it right, and you have that chance to connect with so many different people, like I was talking about. So live performing is cool.
Now, let's go back to school. What are your favorite subjects? And what do you do better in?
Actually, AP Environmental Science is a class that I'm taking this year. I've never been that much into science, but I've recently been interested in environmental science, and like the preservation of biodiversity is something that I've been really into this year.
Very California thing to say.
It really is, but I was never interested in it before I took the class.
Yeah.
But now it just has like opened me up to a lot of different things, so it's definitely something that I'm interested in. Never been into math.
No, me neither. It's a whole other language.
I am. History is interesting, but I'm not good at it. I am lucky though. I have a really good performing arts program at my school
cool.
that I'm involved in. So if I could, I'm in a music technology class, and we learn about audio engineering, live setup for stages, and like how to use Logic, and just all the arts of like miking things. And so that's really cool if that's a subject.
Yeah, it is.
Tech,
It's becoming a big subject.
Yeah,
these days.
definitely.
Now, do you plan? And I know every time you make a plan, things can
happen.
Yeah, but do you plan on following up and going to college, or you want to, once you're done high school?
Yes, I am planning on going to college, specifically out here. Belmont University is like my top choice. I'm actually going on a tour of the school after this interview. But so definitely, I'm gonna move out here as soon as I graduate. But I wanted to make sure that I had that high school experience, because that's something that you can never get back. But after that, I am going to be pursuing music while going to college, because I think it's important. But I'm going to be studying music business and songwriting and stuff. So all music related things.
Do you have allergies?
No.
You'll get them here.
Yeah, I seem to be sick every time that I come to Nashville.
Yeah, I've lived in Canada and England and never had a single allergy. Moved here, everything, all year round. I've even become allergic to aspirin.
Really?
And Advil. So yeah,
that's unfortunate.
You'll discover the wonders of allergies.
Yeah, the weather here is definitely something that I'm gonna have to get used to. Yeah, but it's fun. I'll definitely get used to it.
You want to do another song?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just coming over a cold myself. I was sick like all last week, but definitely I'm feeling a lot better now. All right, this one is called "Thoughts of You." So. You spoke my words before I could say them. You know exactly what I was craving. You can come in and out and keep walking about on my heart. Don't expect me to see you as you want me to see you, 'cause you aren't. Even when I had my eyes on you, you were staring at somebody new. And as time moves on, and I'm feeling myself moving on, gotta do what I can do with these thoughts of you. Don't call yourself a man. I'm sure I'll find somebody else who can. I gotta do what I can do with these thoughts of you. To rid these thoughts of you. You said we go wherever my heart takes me. Now I'm standing alone, 'cause you don't see what I see. Don't call yourself a man. Sure, I'll find somebody else who can. Gotta do what I can do to rid these thoughts of you. To rid these thoughts of you.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Who are some of the artists that have influenced you?
I mean, I've been a huge Taylor Swift fan. Can't deny that.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that. She
no.
did a lot for bringing specifically young girls into country music.
Absolutely. Definitely, she's been one of my inspirations growing up. I listened also Hannah Montana. I was a huge Disney fan, and my friends call me Hannah Montana because I go to public school and I live this like regular life with like all this homework, and then I come to Nashville and like perform everywhere.
Nice.
So they always like tease about me, and they're like, "You're literally Hannah Montana." So those two definitely, I would say, growing up were a big inspiration to me. But now, definitely, I listen to, for like songwriting, I think Old Dominion and Dierks Bentley are like incredible songwriters, and Mary Morris, I love what she's doing, like her own style, and Runaway June, like I mentioned to you earlier. Those are some people that I definitely am looking up to right now.
So, you're going to be headlining a show. Who would you want opening for you?
That's an interesting question. Because, okay, I know. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say like opening for me, but people who I would want to perform with, like on the same venue. Kaylee Shore, I think she's
great.
Yeah, she's great. I saw her at the Song Suffragettes when I was here a few weeks ago, and she's super talented. My friend Madison Rose, I would love to open up for her, or have her open up for me. She's another country singer out here in Nashville. Those are two off the top of my head. I'd love to perform with my band. I think they're talented. Yeah.
Nice.
I've never been asked that question. That's very interesting.
It's funny when you throw it, because a lot of people would say, who would you like to open for?
Yeah.
But you got to think big.
Yeah, you
Who's
do
opening
gotta
for you?
think big. That's interesting.
No.
Oh, also, a smaller band. I'll throw a shout out to my friends back home. They have a band called Creative Differences. They're not country, but I think anybody who listened to them would be very intrigued by their style of music.
What kind of stuff are they doing?
I don't even know how to describe it. They're so creative. Like, and it's two of them. It's one of them, Larson, plays the drums, and then the other, Ryan Peterson, plays keys, ukulele, and sings. And so they do all their own producing, like tracks and Logic, and they do all their own behind the scenes stuff and recording. And so I think they have a very interesting style. They're kind of like indie rock kind of people, but really cool.
Now, I think with the newer forms of music, it's crossing all sorts of genres.
Absolutely.
And genres are almost irrelevant anymore. Take somebody like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
You know, he's all over the place.
Yeah, definitely find that to be true, especially with country music, with it evolving so rapidly. There's really no labels that you can put on the music genres anymore.
Well, you're doing all the right things right now.
Thank you.
I think you've got a good future ahead of you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell people how they can connect with you.
Yeah, you guys can check out my website. It's oliviaooms.com, and there you'll find my social media and my YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to go directly to my social media, it's pretty much all at the Olivia Ooms. So you guys can follow me there.
Great, check her out. Again, thanks for being here.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you so much.
We'll have to catch up with you soon.
Yes, of course.
Nice. Right there.
There we go.
I saw a thing on Facebook where they said they got the picture of the black hole, and then they magnified it, and it was all pics in the black hole.
That's funny.
Thanks for watching the National Access Facebook show with Camo and my special guest, Olivia Ooms.
Bye.
See you next time.